Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1982 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the Toronto Blue Jays at Exhibition Stadium. On the mound for Detroit is Dave Rozema, whose record is 0-0 with a 1 ERA. And pitching for the Blue Jays is Jim Clancy, whose record is 0-0 with a 4.50 ERA. And so here we are off to our best start in these 3 seasons of simulation. We are 5-0 after our 9-3 victory yesterday. Andre Dawson hit his first home run as a Tiger. And another big day from Mickey Hatcher, who has won back-to-back player of the games. And today we're going to face the righty Jim Clancy to wrap up this series. We will speak on the Exhibition Stadium history, which I think is pretty interesting. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on as the game progresses. So I'll give you some information on Exhibition Stadium. And let's go ahead and get started with today's game. As always, I appreciate everyone who follows along, like and or subscribe if you enjoy this content. In the Brainiac Baseball Card Breaks main page, you can find the playlist for the 1980 season, the 1981 season, and our current season. In addition to that, you will find all of our sports card playlists where you can check out whatever sport you like. They're broken down into sports, as well as we have a playlist called Quick Hits, where we try to find the biggest hit we can in under 5 minutes. So some really cool playlists out there. Let's take a look at who we have on the mound. It's Dave Rozema. Blue Jays are batting .242 against him in 68 plate appearances as far as the players in this lineup. So I have high hopes for Rozema today, and all of our bullpen is available. Our lineup versus the righty Jim Clancy. I've made 2 changes today. I'm going to give Lance Parrish the day off. He's been playing okay, really, but we're going to try to keep him as rested as possible. So Bobby Ramos is in there at catcher, and we've taken Greg Brock out of the lineup and stuck John Mayberry in there at first base to give him some plate appearances against his old team, the Blue Jays. Okay, let's officially do the Tigers lineup rundown. Batting leadoff and in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting second in center field is Rickey Henderson. Batting third at shortstop is Trammell. Batting cleanup and in right field is Andre Dawson. Batting fifth and at DH is Reggie Jackson. Batting sixth at first base is John Mayberry. Batting seventh at third base is Mickey Hatcher. Batting eighth at second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. And finally, batting ninth and catching today is Bobby Ramos. On the mound for the Blue Jays is Jim Clancy. He was their lone all-star last year. He went 8-8 in 20 games. He did miss a month of the season with an injury. That 2.89 ERA is stellar. 101 Ks and 146 innings pitched. His first start of the year, he went 6 innings, giving up 3 runs on 7 hits, and he had 3 strikeouts. His fastball tops out around 89 miles an hour. He's a ground ball pitcher at 44%. And if you look at his ratings up here, his fastball, his best pitch, just slightly above average at 83 with a slider and a forkball in his arsenal. Okay, and you can see him here represented by the 1982 O-Pee-Chee baseball card, which is the French-Canadian version of the Topps card. And we're in Canada, so I guess that's apropos. Let's take a look at the Blue Jays defensive alignment. Again, we have Danny Tartabull in center field, out of position. So I think it's been our success. We've had a couple triples yesterday, so maybe we can get some hard hit line drives into the alleyway there, and we can put some big runs on the board against the Blue Jays. Here is Kirk Gibson leading off against Jim Clancy. Yeah, there we go. I called that shot all the way to the wall, dead center field, and Gibby has his first double of the season. So Gibson on second base for Rickey Henderson. Henderson 3 for 11 with 3 Ks against Jim Clancy. We're going to have Rickey try to hit it to the right side. Can he do that? He does. He gets the job done. That's going to move Gibby over as the second baseman, Orge, tosses him out. So Gibson standing on third with 1 out. Let's see if Trammell can lift it into the outfield, get ourselves on the board with a sac fly. No, that's the worst base possible. A ground ball to third. An error by the third baseman, Dade, will allow the run to score. And Trammell is safe at first. So that was poorly executed by Trammell, but we'll take the run. So now Trammell's on first. Tigers are up 1-0 for Andre Dawson. As I mentioned, he hit his first home run in a Tigers uniform yesterday. And this time up, he gets a tailor-made double play, 6-4-3, and that'll do it for the Tigers half of the first. So we're going to the bottom half as the Blue Jays come up. Let's take a look at their lineup. Same as yesterday. Batting leadoff in right field is Lynn Jones. Batting second at first base is Tim Corcoran. Batting third at DH is Warren Cromartie. Batting cleanup in center field is Danny Tartabull. Batting fifth and catching is Ernie Whitt. Batting sixth in left field is Al Woods. Batting seventh at third base is Paul Dade. Batting eighth at shortstop is Steve Davis. And batting ninth and playing second base is Garth Orge. Dave Rozema is on the mound for the Tigers. He had a great first start to the season. He went 9 innings. Tigers won that game in the bottom of the 10th. They won 3-2 against the Yankees. So he did not get the victory. He gave up only 4 hits, 1 earned run, 2 Ks. Again, we always say this, but Dave Rozema, not a strikeout pitcher. His fastball, barely a fastball. He doesn't even technically throw a fastball. Tops out around 86 miles an hour, so he throws a lot of off-speed stuff. Ground balls, almost 58%, 57.2%. Sinker is his best pitch at an 86. His other 2 pitches below average, a sidearm curve and a splitter. So, Rosie looking to get his first win today as we take a look at the Tigers' defensive alignment. Again, we got a couple Gold Glovers up the middle today. We have Henderson in center. We have Whittaker at second base, who also won a Gold Glove last year. Let's talk real quick about the home stadium, Exhibition Stadium. Really interesting stadium as I did the research on it for actually our first game, which was the Blue Jays opening game, which of course I did not properly record. So the first grandstand was opened on this ground in 1879, and in 1906 it was burnt to the ground. It was rebuilt the next year and stood there until 1947, until that one was burnt to the ground. So I guess the statistic that 72% of Canadians are arsonists is true, actually. I never would have thought that. But in 1959, Exhibition Stadium had an exhibition match of the Chicago Cardinals and the Toronto Argonauts, the first game that any NFL team ever played outside of the United States. In 1970, Exhibition Stadium held a Grey Cup, which is football game, which is basically the Super Bowl version for the Canadians. And the turf was so bad that after that game, they decided they were going to put in artificial turf. So in 1972, artificial turf made its way to Exhibition Stadium. And in 1974, they reconfigured the stadium seating in hopes of getting an MLB team. So it expanded the stadium seating to 33,000 seats. And then, of course, they were granted the Toronto Blue Jays. And the inaugural season for the Blue Jays was 1977. And because the stadium basically sits on Lake Ontario, in early April, they had a severe snowstorm, and they actually had to get the Zamboni from Maple Leaf Gardens to come over and kind of plow off enough of the field so they could play ball. If you saw the title card for yesterday's game, you'll see that was a photograph from that opening day of 1977. In that same year, Earl Weaver actually forfeited a game, manager for the Orioles, because the tarps that were on either side of the field were being held down by bricks, and they had hurricane-level winds during that game, and Earl Weaver was concerned for the safety of his players with those bricks possibly getting flung up in the air and hitting one of his players, so they actually forfeited the game. In 1986, Kelly Gruber hit an inside-the-park home run that was just a pop-up to the outfield, but there was so much fog in the outfield that he was able to circle the bases before an outfielder had even found the baseball. And finally, the most famous incident that ever took place at Exhibition Stadium was, of course, in 1983 when Dave Winfield was in right field warming up in between innings and went to throw the baseball back to the ball boy on the third base line, and he drilled a seagull in the head and killed it right there in the field. He was arrested after the game and ended up being fined $50,000 for killing the seagull. And the funny thing about that, of course, was Billy Martin said that the police would not have arrested him if he had known that he hadn't hit the cutoff man all year. So Billy Martin, always with his great sense of humor. At any rate, let's go ahead and get this second half of the first inning started. Just wanted to give you a little bit of background there on Exhibition Stadium as Lynn Jones leads off against Rozema, grounding out to to shortstop. So good play by Trammell, one down. Here's first baseman Tim Corcoran. Corcoran hitting a ground ball to Trammell as well. Trammell already has 2 errors in 5 games. As Warren Cromartie steps in, he hit a home run in yesterday's game, his first in a Blue Jay uniform. And Trammell, oh no, I jinxed it. You can't give him 3 ground balls in the same inning, as Trammell now has his 3rd error so early here in this season. Unbelievable. All right, so Cromartie on first for Danny Tartabull. Tartabull hit a home run in that first game of the series, which, of course, you didn't see. But trust me, it happened as he flies out to Gibby in left field. We go to the top of the second inning. It's 1-0 Detroit. Due up is Jackson, Mayberry, and Mickey Hatcher. Reggie leading off, popping it up on the infield. Off to a really good start. Very happy with Reggie out of the gates here. We're going to try to give him enough rest so he stays productive all season. And here's one of those players who'll take over the DH role from time to time. That's John Mayberry. And there we go. Base hit, his first hit in a Tiger uniform. So Mayberry on first. 2 hits for Detroit today. Here is Mickey Hatcher off to a solid start. We're going to let him swing away. And a line drive to Davis at short. There's 2 down. He's going to leave it up to Lou Whitaker here to get the Tigers a 2-out rally. Ground ball past the third baseman, Dade. And Mayberry, very slow afoot, has to hold at second. So first and second base, 2 down for Bobby Ramos. Ramos 0 for 4 so far this season, getting a spot start today. And he's going to hit a weak ground ball to short, and that'll do it for the Tigers. So we go to the bottom of the second. Ernie Whitt leading off against Dave Rozema. And a liner right back to Rosie. Actually, it was a sharp hit ground ball, looks like, actually. So Whitt thrown out at first, 1 down. Al Woods up next. He hits himself a grounder to Whitaker, 2 down. And Paul Dade, line drive caught by Mayberry for the 3rd out. So a 1-2-3 inning. A lot of booing from the Blue Jays crowd today. As we go to the top of the 3rd with Gibson leading off the inning by grounding out to 3rd. One down. Rickey up next. Still does not have a stolen base this season as he grounds out to first. 2 down for Trammell, and Trammell grounds out to his shortstop counterpart, Davis. So 1-2-3 inning for Clancy. We go to the bottom of the third with Steve Davis leading off. Davis flips it into right center field. Henderson makes the play. 343 feet. Hit that pretty far, actually. Garth Orge, number 9 hitter, hits a ground ball to Whittaker. Actually, I guess the play was made by Mayberry. So 2 down, back to the top of the lineup with Lynn Jones, who gets a base hit in the center field. That's the first hit against Rosie. So Jones is on first with 2 outs. And Tim A is up. Tim Corcoran. Base hit into center field for Corcoran. That's back-to-back singles as Jones holds at second. So with 2 down, Warren Cromartie's up. Now, Cromartie batted .331 last year in limited duty against right-handers, so he's capable of taking care of business here, as it looks like he's just going to have a long fly ball to right. And Dawson makes the catch. So no damage done. We go to the top of the fourth. 1-0 Detroit with Andre Dawson, Jackson, and Mayberry. Coming up, 4, 5, and 6. Dawson popping it up on the infield, and Davis will make the play. 1 down. Reggie's up next. Come on, Reggie, let's get something started here. Weak fly ball to center. Tartabull makes the play. He's going to leave it up to Mayberry, who hits a weak ground ball to second, and that'll do it. Another 1-2-3 inning. Game is moving along as Danny Tartabull will lead off the bottom of the fourth against Rosie. And there's a base hit to right. Dawson gets it back in quickly, holds Tartabull to a single. Again, Tartabull, only 19 years old, off to a good start. He's batting .368. Let's see if we can get a double play with Whitt up. That is not a double play. That is a long ball into right center field. A 2-run shot for Whitt, his second on the season. I've said it before, he kills Tigers pitching. And Rosie, that was an outside pitch. And he got his good wood on it and sent it into the bleachers. So 2-1 Blue Jays as Al Woods grounds out to second. 2 down for Paul Dade. I'm sorry, that's only the first out. There's the second out as Dade lines out to left field. 2 down. Here is Steve Davis, and Davis strikes out. First strikeout for Rozema today. As we go to the top of the fifth, Blue Jays take the lead 2-1. We need to get a rally going here. Here's the guy to get started, Mickey Hatcher. Oh, but he pops it straight up in the air. And it says popped up behind home plate. Didn't look like that, but Whitt makes the play. 1 down. Next up is Sweet Lou. Whittaker in the ace spot today strikes out. Only the first K for Clancy. So 2 down for Bobby Ramos, and Ramos walks. So there's a walk to go with Clancy's first K. And Ramos is on first now for Gibson. 2 down. And Gibby strikes out looking. Okay, so this is not the offensive slugfest the other 2 games have been. Tigers scored 20 runs in the first 2 games. And 1 there in the first. As Garth Orge will lead off with a base hit to left field. 5 hits now for Toronto. Orge on first for Lynn Jones. Ground ball to Trammell. That should be 2. It is. 6-4-3 double play. So that clears the bases for Tim Corcoran. who shoots it into center field, and Henderson makes the catch. We go to the top of the 6th with Rickey Henderson leading off. We get Rickey on base. He's going. Ground ball to short, and Davis throws him out. Let's go ahead and flip it over to the in-game stats. Not much to see here. I have no idea who we would say player of the game is at this point. Maybe Rosie. So 1 down for Trammell. And Trammell sends a fly ball into left center field. It's caught for the 2nd out. And with 2 down, Andre Dawson steps in. And he laces it back up the middle into center field. Do we want to go for 2? I'm going to say no. 50-50 shot, but we know 50-50 is like 10% max. So we're going to say no, and we're going to give Reggie a chance here to do something about it. Dawson has okay speed. Let's just take a look. 70% chance against Ernie Whitt, but I mean, it's only the 6th inning. Let's give Reggie a chance to swing away. And he pops it up on the infield into foul ground. And that's going to do it for the Tigers. So I think these next 3 innings we're going to have to be a little bit more aggressive on the base pass. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, Rosie at 71 pitches has 2 lefties due up as he strikes out Cromartie for his 2nd K on that sidearm curve. 1 down for Danny Tartabull. Tartabull now 2 for 5 against Rozema. And he grounds out to 3rd. Hatcher has been really great so far at 3rd base, holding his own over there with Trammell making all those errors. And Whitt grounds out to 2nd. So we go to the top of the 7th. I think Rosie probably has 1 more inning in him. I don't think he's going to make 9 today. Okay, so we have John Mayberry due up, leading off the inning. Ground ball. Oh, I thought that was going to be a base hit for sure. But Davis makes a good play out there at short and easily throws him out. So 1 down. Mickey Hatcher up next. Hatcher popping it up on the infield. 2nd baseman makes the play. 2 down. Here is Whittaker. He has 1 of the 4 hits for the Tigers today. That was ball 4, it looks like, as he pops it up on the infield. And the first baseman, Corcoran, makes the play. All right, so we're going to the bottom of the 7th. Everybody stretch as Al Woods steps in. Woods, Dade, and Davis all hitless today. As Woods hits a liner right at Whittaker. Whittaker makes the catch. 1 down. Paul Dade up next. Line drive right at Hatcher. Hatcher snares it. 2 down now for Steve Davis. 0 for 5, 3 Ks in his career against Rosie. Oh no, is that gone? I can't see it. Oh, it's caught in foul ground by Dawson right in the corner. Couldn't even see it. We'll take the out though as we go to the top of the 8th with Bobby Ramos up first here. Ramos walked his last time up, and he walks here as Clancy is now tired. We're going to pinch run with the top of the lineup coming up. Do we have anybody with speed though? It's Mark Wagner. He's the only one who has decent speed, average at best. So we've got no speed on our bench. We do have a couple catchers we can put in there. He won't have to catch today. All right, so here's Gibby. We're going to hit and run with Gibby. Try to get Wagner into scoring position. Oh, weak ground ball right back to Clancy. And the only play is to first. So Wagner tying run at 2nd base for Rickey. We need a clutch hit here from Rickey. He's already had one walk-off this year. Oh, come on. He pops it up on the infield. Henderson now 0 for 4 today. So that's going to bring up Trammell. And they're going to intentionally walk him. And they're going to bring in the closer, Dave Tobick, to face Andre Dawson. I like those odds. Let's take a look at our boy, Dave Tobick. We traded him right at the end of the trade deadline last year. He got into 9 games for Toronto. Had 3 saves, blew 3 saves. That's to be expected. He did have 12 Ks in 12 innings pitched with a 6.57 ERA for the Blue Jays, 5.35 ERA in his time with Detroit. He's been in 1 game, and it was a scoreless inning. So, as you see here, he's wearing his Tigers uniform on the 1982 Topps baseball card. Speed tops out about 91 on his fastball. He's also got a sidearm curve, so he's got a couple decent pitches. And with 2 down and Andre Dawson up, I'd like to greet him with a run-scoring single here. Ground ball to first. And that's going to do it. So we're going to the bottom of the 8th. We're going to take out Wagner, who pinch ran, and we're going to put in Marty Castillo, as it was our goal to keep Parrish out of this game to give him a day off. So Marty Castillo is going to come in and catch. As, I think we're going to take out Rozema. You can't get the win today. You can only get the loss. We're going to bring in a fan favorite, Joe Kerrigan, here in the 8th. He's our setup man. And 2 games, 1-0, 1 2/3 innings pitched, 3 Ks in those 1 2/3. Opponent's only batting 167. He's a sidearmer. His curveball is his best pitch. His fastball, 89 miles an hour, but he doesn't get it over well. All right, here we go. Oh, son of a... Sorry. I thought I did that. There we go. Right? Okay. That's what we want. So, bottom of the 9th, we have number 9 hitter, Garth Orge, up. And then Jones and Corcoran. Sidearm, as Orge flies out to center field. There's 1 down. When you have a sidearmer on your team, it's just more fun. I don't know. I like watching the delivery. As he goes down low and strikes out Lynn Jones. So good job by Kerrigan getting the 2 righties. We're going to bring in Dave Rucker to face the lefty Tim Corcoran, 0 for 1 with a walk. And he strikes him out. So bullpen has been fantastic this year. And we're going to the top of the 9th. This is the ball game right here. We have Reggie and Mayberry, 2 lefties up. And then Mickey Hatcher, who's been pretty solid, although he's having a bad game today offensively. Here we go. Reggie Jackson up first, and he strikes out. Oh, Reggie. 1 down. John Mayberry. This is a great time to get his first home run as a Tiger against his former team, and they walk him. So anybody on the bench has got to be better than John Mayberry with speed. Brock, 76. Glenn Wilson, slow as molasses. He's 70. And we know Parrish has got nothing. So we're going to bring in Greg Brock to run for John Mayberry, also a first baseman. So we can play that role if we need him to. Okay, we're going Mickey Hatcher, solid contact hitter. We're going to hit and run with him. And that should get Brock in the scoring position for Sweet Lou. Oh, base hit up the middle. There we go. Brock will go to third. And it's first and third with 1 out, and Sweet Lou coming to the plate. Lou 1 for 3 today. And we will hit and run with him as well. So the tying run is on third base with only 1 out. Let's blow a save right here for this clown. Ground ball to short. Brock scores. The game is tied. It's 2-2. As Hatcher, the winning run, I guess it's the go-ahead run, right? We're in the top of the 9th. With Marty Castillo up now, I kind of want to bring in Parrish, but we're gonna follow our plan. We're gonna let Marty Castillo bat here with the game on the line. 1-0 count, and he nubs it. It's a little nubber. Back to Tobic. Tigers tie it up here in the ninth, though. And there's no need to bring in the closer. We have a lefty on the mound facing two lefties this inning. So our defensive alignment is still good, right? Okay. All right. This is a lot of our games have gone to extra innings. Let's see if we can repeat that today. Oh, no. Cromartie base hit to right to lead off the bottom of the ninth against Dave Rucker. Now, Tartabull batted 185 last season against lefties, but this is a different Tartabull. Ground ball to first. That could be two. Brock at first. Oh, the only play was to step on the bag. And that's going to move Cromartie into scoring position. One down, runner on second for Ernie Whitt. Whitt, a 152 hitter versus lefties. Ground ball to second. That should do it. So two down now as Woods, also a lefty, 185 hitter. He does have a base hit against Rucker in his career. With Cromartie on third, this could be the ball game right here if Rucker can't get Woods out. Ground ball to third. Hatcher makes the play. We're getting free baseball. As we go to the top of the 10th, it's Gibby, Henderson, and Trammell due up. They're keeping Tobic in there. It's always an advantage for us. Gibson, ground ball to second. One down. Here's Rickey Henderson. He's 0 for 4 on the day. There's a base hit into left center field. Gap all the way to the wall, and Henderson has himself a triple. Blue Jays are going to bring the infield in. We are going to hope that Trammell could just hit the ball to the outfield. He's 0 for 3 with a walk today. Sac fly is all we need, Tram. Ground ball to short. And they go home and get Henderson. Okay, so now we are going to give the green light to Trammell. We're 0 for 3 on the year. We do not have the stolen base as a team. And we need to get the scoring position. We may have just blown our only shot. And they walk Dawson. Okay. So the scoring run is in position now with Reggie Jackson up. Reggie 0 for 4 on the day. So he's due. First and second, 2 outs. Oh, they catch him on the outside corner. I thought that was ball 4. But it looks like he painted the stripe. So we go to the bottom of the 10th, another missed opportunity for the Tigers. We're going to take out Rucker. And we are going to bring in our closer, Roger Weaver, the only relief pitcher on the team who has not pitched more than 1 inning. So he is well rested with Paul Dade, Steve Davis, and Garth Orge due up. And then he walks Dade. Okay, bad start. Runner on first. Paul Dade has good speed, 84 speed, which, slightly above average. And then he steals second base on a ball that was 6 inches out of the zone. All right, well, this is a bad sign. We know it's coming. We're going to pull the outfield in. As Davis pops it up on the infield. Play is made by Castillo. 1 down. Garth Orge is due up, bringing that outfield in again. I guess we could walk him to get to Jones, couldn't we? Try to turn 2. I don't really trust Weaver right now. He strikes him out. Well done. Okay, so now we have Lynn Jones up. Jones is 1 for 4 on the day, and 1 for 2 with 2 walks against his former teammate. So we're going to play straight away now. And Jones wins the ball game with a base hit up the middle. Well, we couldn't win them all, folks. We lose in the bottom of the 10th, 3-2, as our closer, who I've been dubious about since we gave him the job, kind of blows it for us. There's no trade offers. We're going to take a look at the standings. Fall to 5-1 in the top position with Boston, who's coming to Detroit next. That's our next series against the Red Sox. California maintains the lead in their division. Let's take a look at transactions. Nothing new to report there. So let's pull up the box score and we'll get out of here. Thanks for watching. Please like and or subscribe. Who is the that's really tough. I guess Whittaker did hit the ground ball that scored the run, but Henderson was the one that got the triple. So maybe we're going to give it to Rickey. There's not much to choose from here, as our bats really went cold. Rosie went 7, another no decision. He gave up only 2 runs. Kerrigan and Rucker did their job, and then Weaver screwed the pooch. So we're going to give it to Henderson for that triple. And Tobic, revenge. He gets the win, going 2 1/3 innings, giving up the 1 run. Ernie Whitt hit a dong to get the Blue Jays on the board. That 2-run shot actually gave him the lead. So player of the game is definitely going to be Rickey Henderson. And that's going to do it for today. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow with the first game of the series at home against the Boston Red Sox. Until then, everyone, have a great day.